Congratulations, you made it to the last month of 2024. So I hope you are celebrating, alchemists, because we did it. This was not an easy year at all. This year moved by so fast and we went through so much, especially in November. We had so many breakthroughs. The collective energy was all over the place. But I have good news. The energy and astrology of December 2024, it's creating this comfortable space for us to reset our energies, for us to experience a renewal, a point of stillness. So December is not going to feel as rushed as the previous months. December is truly filled with a lot of divine support. We have the double rare new moons, the 12-12 portal, the solstice on December 21st, the Galactic Center alignment, and we have a few planets going direct. So you are going to experience a positive flow of support. This is a month where you're going to be receiving a lot of activations, downloads, wisdom, and the themes based on the astrology and energy of December 2024 are renewal, recharge, and patience. We start off the month and we end the month with 2 rare double new moons. So this month is very much a big reset point for you. So if you've been feeling like you've just been pushed to the extreme, you're on the verge of exhaustion, don't worry. Even though there's going to be a lot of energy and astrology in December 2024, its energy is going to be calm and soothing, allowing you to recharge. Hey, welcome if you're new here. My name is IamSolTara. I'm a medium and I share alchemy practices from Atlantis and ancient Egypt. If that resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe. So the way that I come up with these energy updates is I sit with my spirit guides and I ask them, what are the most relevant astrology and energy themes showing up for the collective in December 2024? I'm not going to go through all of the astrology of December. I'm going to share the most relevant ones based on what my spirit team shared. One other theme that's going to be showing up for you in December is connecting with your divine feminine essence. Divine feminine has nothing to do with sex or gender. Humans just like to label things in a way that we can understand them, and we often put labels and boxes around things. But divine feminine exists within everyone. Divine feminine is a term actually used to describe magnetic energy. This magnetic energy exists within all of us and it radiates the most from our heart space. If you look at the research from the HeartMath Institute, they actually prove that we have this huge magnetic field vortex radiating 3 feet to the left, to the right, in front, and behind you. This divine feminine energy is going to be very prevalent throughout December because there is going to be a lot of divine feminine asteroids active in December. Also, we are starting a new season. We're starting the winter in the northern hemisphere. And as we start this new season, there's more darkness, there's more stillness, which are key qualities of the divine feminine. I invite you to join us on the 12-12 portal. I'm hosting an alchemy workshop where we're going to explore alchemy practices that were used in ancient Egypt and Atlantis that helped the ancient Egyptians transform rocks into gold. So in this workshop, you're going to learn to transform your blocks into spiritual gold. We're going to explore how to work with fire, water, air, earth, and ether. You're going to learn how to work with your timelines in a more conscious, intentional way so that you can truly align with your highest timeline and potential. We're going to use this workshop to prepare for 2025 because 2025 is going to move fast, just like 2024. The main difference is that 2025 is going to have more distractions. So that means that we have to be more centered and more intentional about our own timelines and the way that we want to move with the trajectory of our soul rather than the distractions of the matrix and the distractions of the ego. If you want to join us for this special 12-12 event, I would love to see you at our alchemy workshop. You can sign up in the description of this video. We start off the month with a double rare new moon. So anytime that we have 2 full moons in the same month, that's known as a blue moon. When we have 2 new moons in the same month, like we do in December, it's known as a black moon. So at the start of December, we have a rare new moon, and at the end of December we have the second rare new moon, which happens on December 30th. So this is a clear gateway of December 1st, December 30th of reset energy. Because if you think about a black moon on a new moon, you look up to the sky and you won't be able to see the moon, you just see blackness. And that represents a new moon cycle getting ready to start up again. It represents a pause, a reset, a renewal, and it represents the divine feminine coming into this space of stillness, into the void where everything and nothing exists. This is going to be a very powerful day for manifestation. December 1st, December 12th, and December 21st and December 30th. These are big manifestation points, so you want to write those down to make sure that you're aligned, because remember, we're always manifesting and you need to focus on what you actually want. Keep this in mind for the rest of the month, because the themes of this new moon on December 1st, they're going to follow us throughout December 2024. So what's really fascinating about this new moon, when I was connecting with my spirit guides, they kept saying Pallas, Pallas, Pallas. And Pallas is actually an asteroid. Pallas enters Capricorn on the same day as this new moon, this rare new moon. So Pallas is an asteroid that represents strategic thinking. It helps us to see things in an objective way and to start to think about things in a deeper way so that we can make better decisions. Of course, Capricorn is very grounded. It's focused on 1, 2, 3. It's very practical. And when I asked my guides, like, okay, why are you bringing Pallas up so much? They told me that we have to be filled with conviction and focus during this new moon and during the last new moon of December, because these are going to be 2 big manifesting points. And remember, we want to flow with the cosmic river of consciousness rather than against it, so that we can live with more grace and ease rather than with more challenges and friction and frustration. So 2025 is going to be filled with distractions. So that's why they were talking about Pallas so much, because you need to work with the energy of Pallas, this asteroid, so that you can be focused and move into a space of conviction. This is why I recommend that you have a 48-hour retreat at some point, ideally before the solstice on December 21st, because 2025 is going to be filled with a lot of chaotic energy. It's going to be very distracting. Our lives are already busy like crazy, but you can't get sucked into that. Remember, you have to decide what you want. You have to be the Sagittarius archer and point your arrow towards where you actually want to go. This is a new moon in Sagittarius in tropical astrology. Again, keep this in mind for the whole month, not just on December 1st when this new moon happens, but this month, if you can focus on what is it that you actually want and like sit with it deeply. In Vedic astrology, this new moon is in Scorpio, and Scorpio helps you to see things below the surface. So I know at the surface level, like, we all want to be happy, right? We all want well-being, but what does that actually mean to you specifically? Because since 2020, we've been seeing a lot of changes in the world. We've been seeing a lot of social norms changing, relationships changing, careers changing, etc., etc. Sometimes, we just get swept up in the change and we're just like going with the flow of what's happening. but December is a time for you to pause and to reset yourself. This is a period of renewal which you will receive with the December 21st solstice. So really work with this new moon energy throughout December, not just on December 1st when this new moon happens, to figure out what is it below the surface of what you actually want. It's fascinating because this new moon is in Sagittarius in tropical astrology, and Sagittarius rules the sacral chakra. Again, connecting with this whole theme of divine feminine creativity. Right after this rare new moon, we have Mars going retrograde. Mars goes retrograde roughly every 18 months, so it's not one of the planets that we're so used to it going retrograde, so it affects us more than other retrogrades typically. And Mars goes retrograde on December 6th. Mars is a planet of war, passion, aggression, lust, sexuality, creativity. So be mindful during this time to really take a moment to pause before you are acting, because the contracted expression of Mars is impulsive. It just causes you to blurt things out or to do something without really thinking it through. It's that fire energy. The more expanded aspect of Mars is connecting with your self-worth, connecting with your power, connecting with your creativity, with your sexuality in an empowering and healthy, balanced way. So if you follow the themes, we had the new moon on December 1st, inviting us to connect with our sacral chakra, our area of our sexual organs, our sexual pleasure, our creativity, and then we have Mars going retrograde just a few days after. So again, move with the flow of the cosmic energy. During this Mars retrograde, you may notice that your patience is wearing out. You have to be mindful during this Mars retrograde to not be impulsive and not to be impatient. This is why one of the themes for December is patience, because Mars is combustible, it's impatient, and we're going to be feeling that energy. Our friends, our family, they're going to be feeling that energy. So this is a time for you to cultivate more patience. Remember, take a deep breath into your sacral chakra before you respond. The way that you can work with this Mars energy in a more healthy way is by connecting with the fortitude, the strength, the vigor that Mars holds. So Mars can give you the fortitude to move forward with the breakthrough that you experienced in November. When Saturn was going direct in November, it was actually pushing us over our breakthrough point. So now that you have this breakthrough already, use the energy of Mars to hold on to the vigor and move forward with the breakthrough. And specifically, it was about your intuition and your authenticity. So trusting your intuition more and having the courage to be yourself more. Because remember, Mars represents that self-worth, that inner power and confidence. Just the next day, we have Neptune going direct on December 7th. Neptune has been in retrograde since July 2nd, and this is another indication for you to move forward with your creativity, with your intuition. So your intuition is going to be extremely heightened in December, and this is a time for you to trust your intuition and move forward with it. December is not the month where you want to second guess your gut instinct. This is the month for you to fully trust in that and move flow it. Because remember, the Saturn breakthrough was all about trusting your intuition, and you have to prove to Saturn, this disciplinarian, that you have learned to trust your intuition. This way you don't have to go through the Saturn challenges and tests again. So work with this Neptune motion to bring in more creativity, bring in more inspiration. That's what Neptune represents. It seeks the ideal by connecting you to your creativity, and it inspires you. The more contracted aspect of Neptune is escapism or deception. So just be mindful on that day and around December 7th, a few days before and after, of any deception things coming up in your world. Also be mindful that you're not just putting on rose-colored glasses and you're just escaping into an ideal world. On December 12th, we have the 12-12 portal. 12 in numerology represents balance and completion. We have 12 months of the year, we have 12 zodiac signs, we have 12 chakra systems, and 12 also represents not just balance, but the harmony that comes from that balance. Something that came up when I was preparing for this video, when I was sitting with my guides, is they were actually telling me to add 1 plus 2, which is 3. 3 is the number of divinity. And when you add 1 plus 2, the December plus 12, 1 plus 2, the day, we have 3 plus 3, which is 6. So 6 in numerology is the number of harmony as well. So across the different layers of this 12-12 portal of December, it's really calling you to slow down and create more harmony. So by you creating stillness, you'll be able to alchemize all of the distortions from rushing throughout 2024. So this is a great day for you to manifest. It's also an incredible day for you to start to prepare for the big solstice portal that is on December 21st. This theme of balance is more importantly connected to our balance here in this reincarnation. We are here to balance this human experience within the body, within the ego-mind constructs, with our soul's experience. This is actually what this Shri yantra represents. It represents that perfect merging balance between your etheric experience and your material experience. And in the center point right here, you can see that they meet perfectly in this bindi point. And this is a great shape for you to focus on to manifest. 12-12 is a great day for manifestation. And remember, add manifesting balance and harmony into your life. If you want to learn how to create more peace within your material life and your spiritual life, I invite you to join our alchemy workshop on this 12-12 portal. That's what we're truly going to focus on. It's not just about talking about joy and unconditional love and divine creativity and peace and abundance, but it's something different to embody it in the etheric planes and in the physical planes. And we're going to use ancient Egyptian alchemy practices to create that highest timeline for ourselves in this incarnation. So I invite you to join us. You can get more information about this alchemy workshop in the description of this video. Then on December 15th, Mercury goes direct. It will stay in its shadow phase until January 2nd, and this happens on the same day as the full moon. So Mercury retrograde affects our mind. It affects our ability to think clearly. It also affects our technology and our voice, how we communicate. After Mercury goes direct, you're going to start to see the brain fog start to clear up. You're going to start to get more insights, more synchronicities, more downloads from your higher self and your soul about the next moves forward. But the way that you get that is by working with the Mercury energy of going within and reflecting. So we're still going to have its shadow phase for 2 weeks after this. And during the shadow phase, this is where we actually get the insights from that retrograde period. So again, spend some time reflecting and going within. Then on December 15th, we have the last full moon of 2024. The December full moon is in Sagittarius in tropical astrology and in Taurus in Vedic astrology. I will try to make a separate full moon video because there's always so much to explore and unpack there. But real quick, this full moon is actually aligned with Jupiter. So it's showing that we have this divine support. And again, another indication that December is truly a time for you to just reset and renew yourself, which is what the full moon represents. It's a time of cleansing, of big releases. So work with this Jupiter full moon energy to just hit the reset button on everything that happened to you in 2024 so that you can enter 2025 with more clarity, without all of the baggage from 2024. I asked Goddess Isis for a message about this full moon. If you're not familiar, Goddess Isis is the Egyptian goddess of healing, magic, and protection. She was actually the protector of the pharaohs in Kemet in ancient Egypt. So Goddess Isis was saying that we have always been in our masculine power. Masculine energy and power reflects the notion of creating. So with our electric masculine energy, we create things in this physical plane. So she says that we've always been creating. I mean, think about every workday. You're always creating projects, you're creating emails, you're creating presentations, etc., etc. So we're so used to creating with our masculine energy. However, she was saying that we have to start to embody more of our divine feminine power. And the divine feminine power is truly about connecting with your divine creativity, with your divine intelligence that transcends your human mind, your analytical mind. Like, I know some of you are very creative, but if you start to connect with your divine feminine power, your creativity will be out of this world. And it's literally because you are out of this world. You're not just here in this physical plane, you're in the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh dimension and beyond. So you can start to harness that power from your soul, which exists across the dimensions. That's something else we're going to explore in the alchemy workshop. How do you connect with your past lives, your future lives, versions of you across parallel lives more intentionally? Because now it's about embracing this divine wisdom that we hold, not just with our human minds, but with our higher mind, the higher mind of the higher self and the soul. From December 17th until December 22nd, our sun aligns with the Galactic Center. And the Galactic Center is exactly what it sounds like. It is the center of our Milky Way galaxy. It's a huge black hole. Even though this happens on December 17th, until December 22nd, these portals are not just open on one day or during this specific time when the sun and the galactic center are aligned. Yes, that's when it peaks. But think about when you are opening the tap in your sink. As you are getting ready to close the tap, it doesn't immediately close. Like, the water continues to flow and slowly the water stops. So that's what happens with these cosmic portals and gateways. The energy is already starting to flow already right now, even at the start of December. So to help you to work with this cosmic energy that's going to be flowing in from the galactic center, you have to clean up your diet, you have to clean up your moving habits as well, because we're going to be receiving activations during December from the solstice, from the galactic center alignment. You have to make sure that your body is allowing the energy and the activations to flow where they need to flow. So this is a great time for you to go to the chiropractor, get a massage, do some deep stretches. And I highly recommend that you focus on your spine, because the spine, that's where all of your main energy centers are. Your chakras are literally portals. And when the energy is flowing through us, a lot of energy tends to get stuck in the back of the neck. If you can focus on stretching the back of your neck, rolling the back of your neck on a ball, so you can use tennis balls. I use these and I just roll it behind my neck. And I notice that I get so many more messages when I do that. So that's going to be important. Also, cleaning up your diet, reducing processed foods, reducing your EMF exposure. So, maybe limiting electronics during this time, because we are also going to be receiving activations with the December 21st solstice. So the solstice is a really big deal. All of our ancestors all over the world, they revered this day as such a special gateway. Not only did they create sacred sites for the solstice, but they also would have these lavish celebrations because they were so connected to nature. They felt the power of this portal. So what is so special about the solstice? During the solstice, this unique phenomenon happens where the energy currents of the earth, they come into alignment and they come into harmony. So when these come into harmony, it's like, imagine if you're plugging in two wires together. If you're connecting two wires together, the electricity starts to flow. And then, for example, if I were to plug in my lamp, I would get light. And so when these energy currents connect, in the solstice, we are able to receive more healing from the earth. We are also able to receive more activations, and our manifesting powers increase, because when there is harmony, there is alignment, and then that creates a channel for everything to flow through. So a few days before December 21st and after, go out to nature, put your bare feet on the ground. I know it's cold for some of you, but trust me, like if you can put your bare feet on the earth or put your back against a tree, like do what you can. This is going to help you to reset your nervous system and really give you a complete energy reset. That's what this theme is of the solstice, renewal. On December 29th, we have Chiron going direct. Chiron has been in retrograde since July. Chiron is known as the wounded healer, and so it represents our abandonment wounds, it represents our rejection wounds, and our deepest wounds that we hold. Not just the wounds that we've experienced in this lifetime, but wounds that we've experienced at a soul level across our lifetimes. So with this Chiron moving direct, you're going to notice that you're going to be triggered, you're going to be emotional, you're going to be vulnerable and sensitive, and this happens right around holiday season. So just remember to be extra gentle with yourself, maybe as you're seeing your family who sometimes triggers you, and also remember to be more gentle with your family, because we're all going to be feeling this extra sensitivity from Chiron. And Chiron governs our higher heart. Our higher heart sits between the heart chakra and the throat chakra, and this chakra connects us to true unconditional love for all, without any biases, without any filters. It also connects us to deep forgiveness for ourselves and others, and it's known as the seat of the soul. So this is where you have a deep connection with your soul and your higher self. We end the month on December 30th with the last new moon, the rare black moon. Again, a big reset point, getting us ready for 2025, and also just calling us to really stop thinking, stop doing, but really just be in the space of stillness and just connect with your true essence at a soul level. I want to share this metaphor with you in case it's helpful. So during winter, what do we see the roses, the flowers do? They are resting, they're sending all of their energy into their roots so they can renew and recharge themselves, so they can blossom again in the spring. So during this December 30th new moon, take a moment to pause, to reset, renew yourself, and recharge yourself for the next year. Because I know we're programmed to do and think, but this is a time where you would truly benefit if you just be. During my trip to Thailand, I did a special offering for you, for our Golden Age Alchemy community, and this was done during Loi Krathong, which is a Thai celebration where they honor the water goddess. So here's the offering that I did, and I hope that you receive these blessings and the good fortune in 2025.
It's an offering for our Golden Age Alchemy community. We have flowers in the south, west, north, and east. For all of you wherever you're located around the world, so many blessings to you and many spring harmony. This is an offering to the goddess of the sea and the water nymphs and the water keepers and guardians.
Thank you for your comments, for subscribing and sharing this. I'm wishing you an incredible and peaceful ending to your 2024. I can't wait to see what 2025 has in store for you and for our Golden Age Alchemy community. I hope to see you at our alchemy workshop. Much love, alchemists.